everyone.
Hello, I'm Paolo del Rosario, and happy Wednesday. Let's get you up to speed with some news that you could use right now.
Rise and shine, beautiful people. I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. Let's get the high energy started so we could beat the midweek blues together.
And I'm Monique Tuzon, bringing you some morning sunshine. Join us in the next hour for stories and conversations that matter.
I'm not a fan of that pun.
I added that.
Why?
It
No,
wasn't
because
there.
morning, I don't know.
Now you'll think about me every morning.
No, I don't like how it sounds, but you know that is what it is. But you know,
I like our show today.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about today.
I'm learning a lot today too
it's-
about the Christmas tradition.
Yeah.
Very educational.
Yeah,
This is going to be
won't
a
say
very
more.
educational
Yes.
episode, I think. And of course, I don't know. I'm a bit of a history nut also. So a
yeah.
bit of tradition is going to be really fun to learn about. And I
Yeah.
think Mo especially will learn a lot because
Always,
she's not
I feel
from
like
here.
I'm in school.
Yeah. Kasi we go through all these traditions without really knowing the background. Like we do the Simbang Gabi, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Panunuluyan and everything.
I don't even know the second one.
Christmas trees, the paroles. So later on, we're going to be talking about the history of these much-loved Christmas traditions.
I'm so excited to
Yeah,
hear.
and yeah, I'm just excited to see Mo's reaction every time she says, "Oh, really?" But
Do you
we'll
do
see.
Simbang Gabi?
No. Do you even know what that is?
I do know Filipinos do it,
Yes,
but I used
yes,
to
the
do it before
nine
with
dawn
my
masses.
Yes,
Lola
yeah,
and my Lolo before when I was younger. But now I can't.
How about you, Pao?
Yeah, I've done it. I've
Yeah,
done it.
yeah.
I'm not recently, but
Yeah.
I've done Simbang
Ang
Gabi.
hirap with our schedule now.
That's
Well, actually,
why.
I mean, like,
Oo.
well, we're at work at like what 7 a.m.
Yes,
I mean, like, so
exactly.
it's hard to do. But
But the
anyway,
best part about Simbang Gabi is the food.
which
Oh,
is
yes,
okay.
definitely.
What food do you associate
It's
with
my
Simbang Gabi?
favorite, puto bongbong.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
And
okay.
bibingka.
Okay,
Yeah.
pasado,
Yeah,
pasado.
Thank you so much.
Kasama natin siya. Kasama ka pa, Mo.
That's okay. Y'all can go together. I'll meet you guys after for the food.
All right, so let's go on first to our weather report and make sure you have those umbrellas in hand for today because it's gonna be a rainy day once more. Now, that doesn't mean it's a storm brewing. In fact, there is no storm brewing on the country's weather monitoring area, but Pag-asa says the shear line is affecting the eastern sections of central and southern Luzon. Eastern Samar, Dinagat Islands, Surigao del Norte, and Surigao del Sur will also have cloudy skies with scattered rains and thunderstorms. The northeast monsoon or Amihan is anticipated to bring cool winds and isolated light rains in the Ilocos and Cordillera regions, as well as central Luzon. The easterlies will cause rains and cloudy skies in the Cagayan Valley, Apayao, Kalinga, and the Mountain Province. Metro Manila and the rest of the country are anticipated to have scattered rains and thunderstorms with cloudy skies. So tune in to Weather HQ later on at 9 a.m. for more updates, whatever the weather, only here on BMC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Moving on to some serious business, the Philippines will not send a Navy warship to the West Philippine Sea. President Bongbong Marcos reiterates the country will avoid actions that may worsen tensions in the disputed waters. China's series of aggressive actions made the headlines just last week, including the harassment of a ship from the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources in Bajo de Masinloc.
We are not at war. We don't need Navy warships. All we are doing is resupplying our fishermen, protecting our territorial rights. Again, it will be provocative and will be seen as an escalation. We don't do that. The Philippines does not escalate tensions. Quite the opposite. The Philippines always tries to bring down the level of tension.
Following the eruption of Canlaon volcano on Monday, the Civil Defense Office, or the OCD, has formed a task force to lead the response efforts. Tents, water, and other necessities have already been supplied to evacuees. The OCD expects 10,000 more evacuees if PHIVOX raises Canlaon's alarm status from level 3 to level 4. Meanwhile, AFP Visayas Command also deployed soldiers to help evacuate residents in some areas. Defense Secretary Gilbert Teodoro called for affected residents to heed authorities' advice.
Nakikiusap kami sa mga tao na cooperation na lang kasi kami din na mahihirapan kapag bumalik sila, may mangyari, hindi namin sila mahanap. No? So tulungan na lang natin.
Some senators are dismissing reports of a move to oust Senate President Francis Escudero. Even Senator Cynthia Villar, who is said to be the one to replace Escudero, quickly denied such a move. Senate President pro tempore Jinggoy Estrada says he's satisfied with Escudero and his leadership.
Sino naman ang lalakas na lapitan mo? Alam mo naman, I've been supportive of the leadership of Senate President Escudero.
For political analyst Ronald Llamas, he says there are no indications of discontent among senators. He explains Escudero has the president's support as his priority bills gets approved.
Dahil nangyayari yan sa konteksto nitong impeachment, most probably, yung rumors na yan ay linked doon. Dahil definitely, kung magkakaroon ng impeachment sa House, aakyat yan sa Senate for a trial. Kaya may mga senador na pro and anti-impeachment. Kung sakaling totoo yung mga rumors na yan, yung pina-float na papalit ay clearly nasa Duterte camp. No? Kaya I doubt kung susuportahan ng Malacanang yung Senate change na yan ngayon.
Meanwhile, Senator J.V. Ejercito says Escudero's background as a lawyer will be of great help in case an impeachment trial against VP Sara Duterte happens.
More lawmakers are pushing for the country's return to the International Criminal Court. Zandro Ochona tells us why in this report.
Several House members believe it's about time to return to the International Criminal Court after the Philippines withdrew its membership in 2018. Batangas Representative Jinky Luistro is proposing the return to the ICC be part of the Quad Committee report. In a statement, Akbayan Party List Representative Percy Sendanya called on the government to reinstate the country's membership to the ICC. Sendanya said returning to the ICC would prevent a repeat of the dark period families of the victims of the Duterte drug war went through. To this day, many are still seeking justice. A ranking House leader sees no reason not to return.
Mas malaki po yung saklaw, meron kang bigger range of accountability. Wala naman po ako nakikita na rason kung bakit hindi. Kasi kung wala ka namang problema with your courts and your local, okay lang. But again, we are a founding member.
A lawmaker representing women believes the Marcos administration is blocking the ICC's investigation and that it should stop so the perpetrators could be held accountable. The overall chairperson of the House Quadcom leaves it to the president.
I will follow the wisdom of the president. No, it's the executive's decision and prerogative, no, as to whether we will go back, no, dun sa ICC or not. But whatever it is, it will not change any investigation. No? Especially, I'm referring to the Quadcom. It will not change any investigation that the Quadcom is conducting at the moment. So tuloy-tuloy pa rin yan.
While another House leader cautions everyone not to decide on the matter based on their emotions.
We really have to look at the grounds also. I mean, what is the reason, di po ba? The pros and cons. Kasi kung titignan mo, ang US, di naman sila member ng ICC, di ba? And yet, they're there. They're a democratic country. So, tignan din ho natin.
President Marcos has earlier said it will not cooperate with the ongoing ICC investigation on the Duterte drug war. However, the Justice Department said it will not stop the ICC from investigating, and should the tribunal tap the Interpol, the Philippines will have to cooperate. Zandro Ochona, BNC.
Moving on to sports, it's a big game day for college hoop fans as the UP Fighting Maroons and the De La Salle Green Archers resume finals action in the UAAP. Game 2 will tip off at 5:30 p.m. at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay. UP is just a win away from completing a redemption tour in season 87, and the Fighting Maroons are looking to get the job done once and for all, as they have yet to win a Game 2 in the finals after 4 attempts. The Salle has extra motivation heading to the crucial matchup today. The defending champs are looking to push this championship showdown to a winner-take-all Game 3.
Now let's talk entertainment because American pop singer Halsey is embarking on a new role as she confirms a project with film director Ty West. Halsey is set to write and produce a dark comedy series, Bloodlust, for Amazon Prime Video. It is still unclear what the premise of the show will be, but it's expected to showcase a compelling blend of Halsey's creative storytelling and West's visionary direction in the horror genre. Halsey and West previously worked together on slasher threequel Maxine. Meanwhile, Hollywood reports say Chris Evans may be returning to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Evans is set to be starring alongside co-Avenger Robert Downey Jr. in Avengers Doomsday. Entertainment outlet The Wrap first reported that the Captain America star would be joining the cast in some capacity, though the nature of his role is still unknown. Variety, Hollywood Reporter, and Deadline also reported Evans' MCU comeback, but didn't reveal further details. Marvel Entertainment is yet to respond to these reports. So before I went on cam to talk about entertainment news, we were fighting which Chris is the best. So
In the
let's
MCU.
go. Yes. So let's go
So
down.
there's Pratt, Evans,
Hemsworth.
Hemsworth.
Yes. But there's another one, but he's not in MCU.
He's in the
Chris-
Wonder Woman movie.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's not MCU either.
that's
I
not
know,
Marvel.
but
Yeah.
he's still part
That's
of
DC.
the Chris.
That's DC,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
part of the Chris circle.
Which one's this?
Chris
Chris
Pine.
Circle.
Oh, Chris Pine.
He's so dungis.
Wow.
What a hater!
No, kasi when he was, we were talking about it, right? When he was younger, he was really
When he
clean
was in,
looking.
He was great in Star Trek.
and
Yeah, Star Trek
He's a good
and
Star Trek.
Princess Diaries. So
No, kasi
Chris
parang
Pine
his
is still
hair's-
my favorite.
Yeah, but can we go back to the fact we're talking about this particular Chris in
Okay.
the MCU again?
Yes,
Okay.
Chris
but
Evans.
he
We do
appeared in
love Chris
Deadpool.
Evans.
Yeah, actually, he's very
He was in
recently.
Deadpool.
He was in Deadpool,
Yeah.
and Robert Downey Jr. obviously coming back as a Doomsday is a
I
different.
know. I love Robert
different
Downey
character.
Jr.
And I love the reveal. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's funny though because I think that Marvel is trying to still bounce back from the highs of like the Avengers because the movies after the Avengers were not as
Yeah, they
well
didn't do it as
received.
well. Yeah.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
We're not as well received. So I think, and bringing back Robert Downey Jr., who basically was one of the guys who started
Yes.
the MCU to being what it is with the first Iron Man, which is almost a classic, right? I think
Right.
that's a big deal. And Chris Evans, I'm actually curious to see what Ryan Reynolds will do right now, part of the new MCU.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Ryan
Oh,
Reynolds.
yeah.
Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Because people forget that, right? He was like, because even Thor was in Deadpool,
Yeah.
in like,
Yes,
a
yes.
cameo, right? So I mean, like the others are there. There's still more things coming up, and does that mean we'll see X-Men too? X-Men in the MCU as well.
Maybe.
Actually, I do love the X-Men series.
So this goes deeper than just
so you can
which
see
Chris
that
you like better.
We should bring in an
Parang
Avengers
they're
specialist.
twisting. The plots are already
They're
intertwined.
multiversing it, right?
Yeah, especially Loki. I love that series right now. If y'all haven't seen Loki,
Yeah, no,
that's a great
Loki's
series.
Loki is good. Spider-Man, I don't think. Spider-Man, I think needs a bit of
Poor Tom Holland.
I know. Actually, they
Right,
should
so we'll
write
see.
something really good for Spider-Man.
Yeah, but especially with,
Yeah,
with
but
Tom
we
Holland.
haven't. Hold on, we haven't answered my question.
What?
Who's y'all's favorite Chris?
Chris Hemsworth.
Hemsworth for you. There's so many. They're all great. I like Chris Pratt comedically. Hemsworth comedically also.
And visually,
yeah, I mean like Chris
Daddy.
Evans.
Daddy Thor.
I can't call any of them daddy, can I? It's not just my thing. But then again, they're all great. And to be honest, there should be a Chris off. They should all be in one movie. And that should be really fun.
That's
That should be really
great
fun.
idea. Where
The
do we
Battle
pitch
of the
this?
Chris's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Ryans also.
Who are the Ryans?
Ryans. There's Ryan Gosling, Ryan
Oh
Reynolds.
yeah, right.
yeah.
There's only two.
Are there only two? I'm sure there are more. We're missing
only
people.
two.
But
Ryan
anyway,
Seacrest.
tanda na
He
natin.
was her husband. Like you called Chris, what's his name? Chris Pine I'm dungis, he's also dungis.
Yeah, I guess.
You see, I don't criticize anyone. I'm just saying, all right. I don't think I should, but then there it is.
You know what? Later on, we're going to be talking about Christmas.
Wow, that was a great segue. Look at
Yeah.
Paolo's face.
So yeah, we are going to be talking about Christmas later on the show. We will take a deep dive into some of our traditions for the holidays. Historian Xiao Chua joins us live after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Magandang gabi, ako si Corina Sanchez Rojas.
Magandang gabi. Ako po si Pinky Webb.
Simulan na natin ang agenda.
Nasa radyo na, mapapanood, mapapakinggan.
94.7 FM.
Nahaharap ngayon ang Estados Unidos sa isa na namang 4 na taong Trump presidency.
Binawi niya yung sinabi niya.
Ing masalimuot ang buwan ng Oktubre para sa ilang bilyonaryo. Sa bawat issue may anggulo at ang balita may agenda.
Beauty, health, adventure. This is for you. Join Marie Lozano where she uncovers the untold stories and unexpected surprises in the world of lifestyle.
We wanted to create a space where we could dive into these topics not just by talking to experts, but experiencing the topics firsthand. Let me tell you about the Lifestyle Lab.
On BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
You know, the creativity of the Filipinos are famous. Like Pio Abad was just given an award in London. I have a friend named Christopher Ardena that every time he exhibits in art fairs abroad, the curators always buy his work. A lot of people get their epiphanies while being abroad. And don't forget, centuries ago, Luna and Hidalgo were regaled by Rizal as being the best in the world. And that's what really defined what being a Filipino was.
Bawat anggulo ng bawat issue.
9 out of 10 Filipinos ang nais na mapanagot ang mga corrupt officials.
Bawat detalye ng mga napapanahong pangyayari.
September 23 nang simulan ng Israel ang air attacks sa Lebanon.
Tuloy-tuloy na ihahatid hanggang Sabado at Linggo. Weekend Agenda. Sabado at Linggo, 5:30 p.m. sa BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
And welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. Now, Filipinos, we love Christmas. In fact, we may be the first country in the world to ring in the holidays as early as September. But for today, we want to know the history behind some of our Christmas traditions like Simbang Gabi. Joining us live in the studio is historian Xiao Chua. It's a beautiful day. Good morning, Xiao.
Makasaysayang umaga sa inyo at sa lahat ng nanonood ng Bilyonaryo. This is my first time, so in Bilyonaryo. So thank you.
Hopefully
not the last for sure.
Oh, definitely not the last for sure. But ang ganda ng greeting niya, no? Makasaysayang umaga. I love it.
I don't even know what he said.
Historic morning.
Historic morning.
Masasakya.
Makasaysayan.
Makasaysayan. See, I'm learning Tagalog here too.
So this is actually great education also to all of our Phil-Am kababayans out there who are discovering yung Filipino Christmas. Kasi iba talaga yung Pasko sa Pilipinas.
Yes, more fun here for sure.
But before,
and long, very long.
Very long. Yun nga, that's before we dive into, Christmas traditions, we wanted to ask, bakit nga ba we have the longest Christmas season in the world?
This is interesting because I was talking to JP Quizon, and even before I talked to him, I've always said that the mall culture, which emerged at around the late 1990s when the malls were coming out, and then towards the 2000s, made it possible for Christmas to be long in the Philippines. And I said mall culture, and then he added an element which was the windows of the malls.
Yes.
Kasi, for example, for summer, for back to school, for Christmas, for Halloween, meron kang display.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pero for September, October, wala kang ilalagay. So they made the Christmas earlier and play the Christmas songs, and that's why Jose Marichan and Mariah Carey became our openings for Christmas. But even before this recent September Christmas, beginning of Christmas, our Christmases are very long, specifically because of Simbang Gabi. Because by 15 or 16 of December, we are already celebrating Christmas through the Simbang Gabi.
Right.
So for 9 days, because it's a novena mass.
And can you talk more about what Simbang Gabi is and
Simbang
how
Gabi.
it originated and how it came about here in the Philippines?
There's a myth that said that Filipinos invented Simbang Gabi because the Pope gave a blessing for these votive masses for Mama Mary. Because the people were coming out very early in the morning for to go to their farms. This is a myth because according to Father Fidel Villaruel of the UST archives, he actually wrote an article and saw documents that Simbang Gabi really originated from Spain. And it was brought to the Philippines. By the late 1500s, it was already celebrated in Spain. At dinala dito sa Pilipinas because of colonialism and because of Catholicism.
Right.
And nakuha natin. But we already, kumbaga, like many foreign traditions, because we Filipinos, we interact with our cultures, with other cultures through colonialism, through trade, na-adapt natin. And we made it very, very Filipino na.
Yeah.
So yun, and not only it's like a reunion of friends then eh. So aside from the prayers, friends meet during Simbang Gabi, families, and kinukumpleto yan. Meron silang paniniwala na if you complete the 9 days, your wish will come true for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yung nanay ko, napatunayan yan eh.
No way.
Oo, winish siya sa akin na maghiwalay kami. Alam mo, natupad.
Oh my God.
By January, naghiwalay talaga kami. So, Mama, I love you.
Oh my God.
Ang galing.
Dahil sa Simbang Gabi.
Ang galing. Galing sa Simbang
That's
Gabi.
the best Simbang Gabi story.
Alright, so you mentioned, so yung Simbang Gabi galing sa Espanya. The Christmas tree, the Santa Claus, I have a feeling that comes from the Americans. Pero paano yan nagsimula?
Well, ano yun natin, yung Christmas tree is actually, mas kinakilala yan sa Germany. Because yung mga, sa Europe, yung mga Druids, yung mga Romans, they were using the tree. It's either oak tree or evergreen for their rituals. Kaso, there's one Saint Boniface, who converted Germany to Christianity. May nakita siyang mga nag-human sacrifice dun sa oak tree. Tapos parang nagalit siya. So, pinalakol niya yung tree. Isang beses lang, putol! Grabe mo, gulat yung mga tao. And then they said, hindi na kayo magsasacrifice dyan. Ayun ang evergreen, sabi niya. Yun ang simbolo ng buhay kay Kristo. Yun na lang ang iuwi nyo. At mag-Christmas tree kayo dyan. So yung Christmas tree, pinauso rin yan sa Germany, kaya may O Tannenbaum na song. And then pinauso ni Martin Luther, of course the father of Protestantism. And also, dinala ni Prince Albert of Saxe-Coburg-Gotha from Germany, kasi pinakasalan niya si Queen Victoria, di ba? Doon na uso sa England ngayon. So from then, Jose Rizal actually created a drawing of a pine tree with Christmas decorations. So yung unang drawing ng Christmas tree na alam natin, if I'm not mistaken, ay galing kay Jose Rizal.
Wow.
Na isang Pilipino ang nag-drawing.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes. So
That's a great
pinapadala
fact.
niya sa kanyang mga nieces. So I guess may early Christmas, baka may Christmas tree na earlier, I mean late Spanish period. Pero mas lumaganap yan nung American period, along with Santa Claus.
Yeah.
So ang simbolo nung ano kasi, di ba may Christmas tree ka, may ilaw, may star, tapos yung parang liwanag talaga yun yung liwanag. Tapos kaya nga may Belen ka rin na ilalagay doon. Which is also interesting because Belen actually is probably 1,000 years old because of Saint Francis of Assisi.
Yeah.
He's the one who made the Belen.
Yeah. It's funny how the Christmas cards right now, nauna pa si Jose Rizal kaysa sa Hallmark eh.
Ang galing.
But of course, we're talking a lot about yung mga foreign influences. Yung parol ba, Pinoy ba yun? Or what are the Pinoy,
Galing.
or what are the Filipino traditions talaga?
Well, since Christmas, because it's about the birth of our Lord, no? Jesus Christ is talagang dinala naman ng Spanish dito talaga. So, hindi talaga siya totally Filipino, no? Pero, for example, if we look at the parol, yung parol kasi, we already, there are many theories where it came from. The other, one is it came from the Chinese lanterns. So we have a 1,000-year connection with the Chinese and may Chinese lanterns, di ba? And then perhaps we had the Chinese lanterns and then dumating naman yung Spain from Mexico and we have the piñatas.
So they combined it.
Oo, so
maybe.
combined it. And as early as around 1900s, early 1900s, there's already a documentation that the people of San Fernando, Pampanga, we're already making ligligang parol o yung Christmas lanterns, yung with lights.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
they were already putting lights on the parol and that is why until today you have the Giant Lantern Festival there.
Yeah, I think that's next week or
No,
this
that's
week,
happening
right?
on
This
Friday.
weekend.
On
Yeah.
Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Akala ko yung star, actually, the parol actually symbolizes yung star na sinundan ng three kings to lead to the baby Jesus in the manger, right? And you mentioned also Belen a while ago. That's one question that I wanted to ask. Kasi another tradition is yung panunuluyan. And not a lot of Filipinos are actually aware of this Christmas tradition. Or siguro alam nila, but they don't know what it's called.
Yeah, but Mo doesn't know anything about this.
No, the nativity. It's a nativity.
I was like, that's
Yeah.
a deep Tagalog
Yeah, so
word.
there.
Okay, yeah, let's go. Let's
Yes,
talk about
yes,
it. Ano?
yeah.
Panunuluyan means you are letting someone in your house.
Yeah.
So nanunuluyan.
Yes.
Going inside. So because we know that the story of Jesus Christ when he was born was actually there was a census. That's why all the people of the Roman Empire have to go to the birthplace of their ancestors.
Yeah.
So Joseph and Mary have to go to Bethlehem. Wala sila. There were so many people in the census as well. So walang hotel na makuha. So that's why manganganak na si Mama Mary. So they have to the one innkeeper said, no, we have a manger. Kahit may hayop doon na lang sila.
Yes.
So that's why Jesus Christ was born in a manger. Now, because we Filipinos are a visual people, from the time of the Spaniards, ang ganda niyan kasi we have Cenaculo for Holy Week.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Panunuluyan is for Christmas. So it's a reenactment in the churches, in the barrios, of the paghahanap of the searching of the house kung
Yeah.
saan ipapanganak si Jesus Christ. So may drama doon na people will refuse them until nga mapapanganak si Jesus doon sa manger. The good thing about this was, so this was a tradition, matagal na. This was even mentioned by some of our heroes. Yung ngayon, meron na siyang new element. Because for example, the Urban Poor Associates here in Metro Manila, they were doing panunuluyan as a way of social commentary. Na parang the people, the Filipinos, like the Holy Family, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, they were searching for a home, which is a human right. So parang yun na rin yung na parang
Yeah.
we're also searching for homes like Jesus. So sana the government will listen to us. Mga ganun. Ang ganda, ang ganda.
Naging
Yes.
social commentary talaga.
Yes. Like many things, kasi even the Philippine Revolution, according to Reynaldo Ileto, was inspired by the life of Christ. The narrative of light, darkness, and light. So
Yeah.
meaning, bayan natin dati ay maginhawa, nagkaroon ng kadiliman, and then babangon ulit like Jesus.
Yeah.
So the faith in the resurrection actually makes us fight for a better country, for a paginhawang Pilipinas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is there, so like with Simbang Gabi, you said that if they complete
Yeah.
it, right, you get your heart's desires or your wish. So with, hold on, zoom in, because panunuluyan. Thank you so much. So for panunuluyan, does that have a belief if you do that, like something good will happen to you or come to you?
Well, hindi naman, but it's really more of a lesson.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's like
yeah.
because during the time of the Spaniards, the Bible is actually forbidden to be read by the layman.
Yeah.
So only the priests can read the Bible, and there's not even a Spanish version. There's only the Latin, the Vulgata at the time until very much later. So the people's way of telling the life of Jesus was through first this place like the Cenaculo
Yeah,
and the
yung
Panunuluyan, and eventually the Passion, which was sung every Holy Week.
Yeah.
Yes.
And of course, we're talking a lot about kung saan nanggagaling yung mga traditions natin. We talked about the Spanish influence, we talked about the German influence, we talked about even a bit of the American influence. Pero at what point do you feel na naging distinctly Filipino na ang mga tradisyon na to? Because it feels like we look all over the world, these things are something that it feels like it's unique to the Philippines, even though probably other nations also do it. Pero what do you think, when did the Philippines make this distinctly Filipino?
Well, when we actually claim it as our own, like we now use it, and then we put some of our traditions. So for example, yung Noche Buena, so you have the tree, di ba? You have the Belen, you're in your house and all of that. But the most important thing about Christmas for Filipinos is the continuation of the feasting during the time of our ancestors. Alam mo yung kapag ka magandang ani noong unang panahon, magandang harvest, the way to actually celebrate is to feed people.
Yes.
Because it's a form of pakikipagkapwa-tao. So pag marami kang ani, kahit stranger, pakainin mo. So that's actually the spirit of Christmas that we put now. It's a continuation of our ancestors, putting all of this together, and then it becomes about love, it's about pakikipagkapwa. Of course, may ganyan din sa ibang bansa. Pero sa atin, mas malakas kasi yun. Kasi that's why we see may mga anong tawag dito, yung mga reaching out to the poor, 'di ba? Kasi that's what Christmas is about, and family, 'di ba?
Is that also the reason why tumataba tayo kapag Christmas?
Definitely.
Kasi napapakain tayo palagi?
Definitely, may na-atake nga sa puso pag Pasko eh, 'di ba?
That is so true.
Is there a reason why, though, Noche Buena here in the Philippines is celebrated on the 24th, not the 25th?
Parang salubong.
Well, that's
Everywhere in the world
Yeah.
is the 25th. It's only here that it's the 24th.
Well, yun na nga. It's probably because after the Mass.
So it's that.
Yeah, sometimes you go there.
Magdasal.
Or before the Mass.
Okay.
Kasi in some parishes, you have the evening Mass. And in some parishes. Because there's 9 days of Simbang Gabi,
Yes.
which is called Misa de Aguinaldo, which is gift, Mass of the gift. And then there's the final Christmas Mass, which is not part of the 9 days.
Yeah.
Which is called the Misa de Gallo, or the Mass of the Rooster. So yun yung so I think before the Mass kaya ganun ng no. So you eat first and then you go to Mass, or sometimes anticipated yung Mass sa gabi ginagawa.
Mahilig kasi tayo magsalubong eh. Yung salubong is a very...
that's
Yeah.
so true.
I noticed
At saka
that here in the
nakasanayan na
Philippines.
ng Filipinos nga na after the Mass talaga, when they get home, ayan na nilalabas na yung mga handa, right? And everything. And that's when they start to feast. And then, pagdating ng 12 midnight, bukasan na ng Christmas gifts.
Correct.
Right?
I'll tell you something interesting. Jose Rizal said in one of his novels, I forgot, I think the El Filibusterismo or the Noli, he said that for Filipino kids, it's actually a chore. It's actually a terrible day. Kasi the kids are asked to perform, di ba?
Oh, yeah.
Asked to perform.
Your titas and titas give you money.
And then they give you money.
Yes.
Which according to Jose Rizal, the parents take.
Yeah, actually.
Yes, I can attest to that because I'm a mom and pag inaabot na sa anak ko,
You take it?
Yeah, I keep it for her.
Oh, I thought you were about to go shopping with her.
No.
Money. I'm like,
I keep it for her. I open the bank account for her and then I put the money
Yeah.
there.
Ako
see, that's a smart way to do
That's a
it.
smart way to do it.
Allegedly puts the
I
money
know,
in the
right?
bank, pero...
And then I will come back with a new outfit.
anak, lagay ko sa bank account ko.
Grabe
Ako na ang
ka
bahala.
Xiao, hindi ako ganun Itigil na natin itong interview na to.
No, but seriously,
yes,
on that
thank
note,
you.
maraming salamat, Xiao. We learned so much.
Thank you
today.
so much.
Thank you.
Mabuhay. Maligayang Pasko.
Maligayang Pasko.
Thank you so much for joining us, historian Xiao Chua, ladies and gentlemen.
Now we got more stories for you later on in the show. A house tour of one of the greatest voices in literature. Find out what inside the Charles Dickens Museum is like after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Magandang araw, Pilipinas! Sa bawat issue may iba't ibang anggulo. Sa bawat storya may iba't ibang kwento.
Himayin natin ang bawat sulok at bawat kanto mula sa iba't ibang perspektibo na madaling maintindihan ng karaniwang mamamayan.
Every Saturday lang kami dagat to 11:30 a.m. Kaya huwag kayong papahuli, mga kababayan. Manatiling may pakialam sa mga issue sa ating bansa kung kaya samahan niyo kami. Dito lang sa Cuatro Cantos!
deposits, and we've grown that 7x from January when we acquired the bank. And we're seeing customers saving a lot more, and we're helping them because we provide one of the highest time deposit rates at 8.88%. And that's encouraging people to put money in the bank because they're really getting back a significant return for that. So we're encouraging savings of our existing customers and also driving new customers to consider us.
Your newest source of news and information.
That's it?
Follows you everywhere, every day.
Wow.
Oh, man.
On cable and free TV. Online.
He joins us from the Batasan Commercial.
On mobile.
Simulan na natin ang agenda. No privacy.
This is BNC, and we are everywhere.
It has no authorization.
We hope and pray that it will not rise.
Thanks for having me here.
An orchestrated
By myself, basically.
We always say that.
It depends.
A well-concerted effort.
Perhaps I can reiterate.
My greatest beefsteak. Iba pala yun.
And welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. Now, just a heads up, be ready to shell out just a bit more for your electricity bills because another power rate hike is in store this month. Some reminders from Meralco ahead of the holiday season. Soo-Jin Kim has this report.
Power rates soar for the second straight month. Meralco customers face another rate hike as electricity costs increased by 10 centavos per kilowatt hour this December. This means an additional 21 pesos on the average household bill. Meralco attributes this to a higher generation charge this month, which increased by 18 centavos per kilowatt hour.
Dahil sa mas mataas na singil mula sa wholesale electricity spot market, ito po ay tumaas ng 25 centavos. Tumaas din po yung power supply agreements ng 10.5 centavos.
The generation charge was also impacted by foreign exchange fluctuations, particularly with imported fuel prices.
As you know, the power plant's operating expenses, particularly on fuel, are affected by fluctuations in the peso vis-a-vis the dollar rate.
Transmission charges, meanwhile, only slightly increased. Meralco says this helped cushion the rate hike brought by generation costs. It also clarifies that distribution charges remain unchanged. With the ongoing Christmas season, Meralco reminds the public about safety measures for electricity use. Christmas lights should have quality control labels. Staples, thumbtacks, and nails should be avoided as these can damage cords. Overloading extension cords is also a common fire hazard, and as much as possible, have a fire extinguisher at home.
Doon po sa mga kababayan natin na magbabakasyon po ngayong panahon ng Kapaskuhan, make sure po wag ho tayo mag-iiwan ng kahit na anong appliances na on. Lalo na po yung Christmas lights, mag-overheat. Make sure to use the appropriate type for indoor and outdoor use.
Soo-Jin Kim, BNC.
Now in tech news, a breakthrough in quantum computing. Google has unveiled a new chip dubbed Willow, and the company says it's capable of solving a computing problem in 5 minutes. That would take supercomputers years to complete. Willow has 105 qubits, the building blocks of quantum computers. While some of its rivals are producing chips with more qubits, Google is focused on making them more reliable. Google hopes quantum computers will one day solve problems in medicine, battery chemistry, and artificial intelligence that are still out of reach for today's computers.
Now here's something for a way back Wednesday. We hope you're not feeling like a Scrooge for Christmas as we take you to London for a look at the Charles Dickens Museum. Now, authentic Victorian-style decorations are up in the house where the famous author once lived. Among his famous works, the classic novel, A Christmas Carol, the museum's curator says they want to give the visitors a taste of what life might have been like for the 19th century English novelist and his family.
So it means the museum looks really special at the moment because we've decorated the historic house where Charles Dickens lived in traditional Victorian Christmas style. So what that means is there's greenery around, you can have a few additional smells as you go into rooms to give the impression of the household getting ready for Christmas, whether that's sort of a punch in the dining room, a nice warming liquid, or the cakes being prepared downstairs in the kitchen. And then, of course, here in the drawing room, we've got the Christmas tree behind me and some decorations around.
And, you know, A Christmas Carol, always such a classic novel, and there's so many versions of it online. There are a lot of movies about it, a series about it, and you know, it just makes me think, like, Christmas movies. Do you have any favorites that you have to watch every Christmas?
Love Actually.
Love.
That's on top of my list.
Ikaw mo.
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Yeah, such a classic. I love Home Alone.
Die Hard one.
Die Hard,
Die
I
Hard,
agree.
the first Die Hard.
The first Die Hard.
The first Die Hard.
We love
Is-
the Christmas classic.
Alan Rickman there was spectacular.
Is it a Christmas movie, Mo?
I don't know.
It is a Christmas
I don't
movie.
know. I'm like, I don't think, I wouldn't consider
Arguably
it. That's
a
why I
Christmas
was like,
movie. But yes, I agree with you on
I
that.
have to check when it was released. But I know that it takes place in Christmas, during Christmas.
During Christmas,
right?
yes.
It is, you know, it talks about reuniting the family. Somewhat.
Yes.
Right?
So you
Yeah.
can argue it is a Christmas movie, but I still don't think so.
And it's action-packed. There's always action during Christmas and stress. So there, perfect.
Nah, girl, Christmas is so fun. Don't talk about the stress. It's only stress if you think it's stress.
Okay, sige, fine.
Well, speaking of, the holiday spirit in me and in the Philippines is definitely alive and well across Asia as well. And when it comes to Christmas decorations, the Philippines is certainly getting in on the fun. G. Baroga gives us the details.
Christmas markets are buzzing with excitement across Shanghai and China, offering various gifts, food, and holiday cheer. Featured are huge Christmas trees, Santas, and even a merry-go-round. Christmas is not traditionally celebrated in China, but it is becoming more for the younger generation. Over in New Taipei, Taiwan, shoppers are flocking to festive streets and Christmas fairs, where a giant LED Christmas tree takes center stage. The iconic Taipei 101 skyscraper is also filled with lights. In Tokyo, Christmas light shows and art installations are the main attractions. Among them is the famous Nintendo game, Super Mario Bros. Japan does have religious ties to Christmas, but Tokyo celebrates it just the same. And here in Metro Manila, the Christmas spirit is in full swing. Parks, streets, and various buildings are filled with dazzling lights and holiday decorations. Christmas music is played in malls and other public places. G. Baroga, BNC.
Check out the largest panda exhibition conquering Hong Kong right now. Now that story and more when we return. Don't go away. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Good evening, I'm Pinky Webb. Tonight we ask the questions, what does the investigation cover? We tackle the issues.
The president's immunity from suit is absolute.
We clarify matters and we get on point.
Watch his press con. Sinabi niya na ayaw niya ng kudeta.
What is questionable about the AR, sir? The Vice President keeps insisting walang active threat kung hindi ako mamamatay.
Tignan na lang natin, mahirap pang pangunahan eh.
Pinky Webb, on point.
In the world of business, expansion is inevitable.
So I was a serial dater.
Not just a serial entrepreneur.
Yes.
You need fresh perspectives.
Different perspectives, different capabilities.
The sense of fulfillment, the sense of accomplishment. It's like you gave birth.
The relationships we have, how we treat our people, for me, that is the essence.
I'm Ces Orenia Drilon at ito ang Usapang Bilyonaryo.
Hello, welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. Now, I have established my love of animals in this show, from mudeng to cats and dogs. Now, let's talk about pandas. That's right, an ongoing festival in Hong Kong is dedicated to these adorable, I cannot say the word, furballs. Around 2,500 intricate panda sculptures will be showcased throughout the city. And for those in Hong Kong, admission is free as the festival runs until December 26th. We don't have time to go. Let's go Hong Kong. I don't have time.
Tomorrow.
December 12th. Wow. You'll pay for all of it?
After the show, we'll just
I'll pay for the admission fee because we're not from Hong Kong.
I always ask for free
Also,
airline
libre
tickets,
din ata
please.
Libre, it's a
Libre
access
lang
free
if you're
from
there.
Hong Kong.
If you live in Hong Kong.
If you live in Hong Kong or if you're in Hong Kong.
If you're in Hong Kong, kasi they're just on the street. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at the visuals.
No, there's an admission fee.
It's there,
I
okay.
think admission fee dun sa parang park.
But it's fine. Honestly,
Yeah.
I will pay the admission fee to see all these adorable pandas.
Malay mo, we get sponsored airline tickets, di ba? There. Thank you so much in advance.
Di nga tayo nanalo ng Christmas party ng tickets eh. So,
I know.
I'm just saying,
You
who
just
has
have
the
to keep-
tickets?
Who gave those tickets? I know. Somebody please give all of us some.
Yes,
some,
please. We just want
just so
to
you can see the pandas in Hong Kong.
just pandas.
No, not just pandas. I've been asking for mudeng tickets. Ano ba?
Sa Thailand yun eh. We're going to Hong Kong.
Hong Kong first.
Thailand
Pick
too.
a country.
All of the above. We can go from Hong Kong straight to Thailand.
But the pandas are so cute. Look at that.
You know, they just brought pandas back to the DC Zoo
Yeah.
because they took them out, right, about the panda agreement between the U.S. and China, and they just have 2 new pandas in the DC Zoo. So you'll know when I visit my family in the U.S.,
So-
I'm going to the pandas.
So do you want to go to Hong Kong, DC, or Thailand?
Mudeng always. Mudeng first. Wait lang. Mudeng first, and then
Pandas
Hong
are
Kong.
cute. Pandas are cuter.
But
Look at
Mudeng's
them.
This is a fight now.
Mudeng's
Pandas or Mudeng?
personality. Mudeng.
Panda.
Okay. When it comes to Christmas shopping, gift cards have become the go-to option for many. Now, they're flexible, convenient, and eco-friendly. Now, here in the Philippines, where Christmas is celebrated with so much heart and tradition, gift cards have emerged as a sweet and thoughtful gesture. While Filipino Christmas traditions often revolve around giving physical gifts like clothing, food, or toys, gift cards offer a modern, practical alternative that is just as meaningful. Apparently, Jose Rizal did it too.
Yes.
Whether you're gifting a faraway relative, a colleague, or a friend, gift cards let you offer something that feels personal, even if you're not sure what they'd like. It's the perfect way to share the joy of Christmas while respecting their individuality. So this Christmas season, consider a gift card a thoughtful and convenient way to give with heart.
Hold on, y'all. You know when you were reading about gift card, I thought it's like the actual gift cards with like cash
With
in
money.
it. Not like that.
But
pwede rin
Christmas
naman.
card. You can make a handmade gift card or Christmas card and then you just insert money or gift certificates inside.
Look, yung mga
pwede.
ninong and ninang, that's what they do
Yeah,
actually. They get a
yes.
gift card and then they
Insert
put
the
like
money there.
they put money inside and like,
Yes.
anak, mga ganun.
But you know what? I love getting handmade cards and kahit yung mga handwritten letters.
Yeah, they are
Yeah.
adorable.
And
Now
it's-
again, based on that history lesson from Xiao Chua, si Jose Rizal did the same thing, drew handmade cards
Yeah.
The
with
Christmas tree.
with Christmas trees with a Christmas decor. So, you're being patriotic whenever you're doing it.
And there's so much
Yeah.
thought put into it, right? So much love because they really, right? Kasi ngayon it's everybody just texts or emails, diba? So when they give you handwritten notes and handmade cards, it's extra
It's
special.
adorable.
Yeah.
Actually, I love the handmade concept in the Philippines. In the U.S., people do Christmas cards a bit differently. They do like the family portraits. So they send like a photo, and then you basically around December you have a collection on your fridge of like families
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and their pictures, which I think is adorable. But I think a handwritten note is still something more special.
Yes, that's true.
especially when there's cash in it.
So, do you have any example of your most unforgettable note that you've either received or given?
My best friend sends me notes from the US. Hi, Gabi. She sends me notes, and it's always handwritten, and it's so cute. So she's so thoughtful.
How are you?
This is a cry story, but my dad would make a Christmas card for us when we
that's
were
sweet.
kids, and my dad passed away already. So I keep the last one that he gave me. It was just really a Hallmark card that he bought, but he has a long
He'd
note
write,
there.
yeah.
And my mom also has a long note on that card, so I keep that. So I still have it with me.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
I actually keep all my cards. If people give me cards, I have a box, like a pretty box, and I
Yes,
put all the
yes.
cards. So some people
them
might
all
think
there.
it's hoarding, but I'm very
It is
sentimental.
not hoarding at all.
What about you, Pao?
No, with notes, not as much. Normally, depending on like the occasion, I actually do write notes to some people from time to time. I remember when I go out on coverages, especially during the Olympics, I do have handwritten notes because they have a post service. Normally, when you go to a athletic meet, there's like the Asian Games or the Olympics, there is a post office there that you can buy cards, and then you can send, they'll snail mail it to you. So you get it like 2-3 months. So minsan nagiging Christmas card siya because the person who's receiving it will get it for Christmas. But I mean, like it's that. But for me, family-wise, Christmas related, because normally PBA kami kapag Christmas Day, so we save the tickets sometimes. Yan yung naging parang Christmas card namin minsan. But do we keep it as a memorabilia? Not as much. Sometimes we accidentally do kasi I don't take it out of my wallet for like months.
Yeah, that happens.
That happens,
Yes,
right?
yes.
But yeah, I don't really do that. But then obviously it's not too late to start. And for those who are on a budget minsan, I think that's a nice way to do it.
Susulatan ko na lang kayo for Christmas, ha? I'll make handwritten letters.
Is that you telling us wala kang budget for anyone's gift?
akong budget.
Guys, wala daw budget si Anne.
You know why she doesn't have budget? Because her
yes.
daughter hasn't danced yet on Noche Buena.
Wala pa.
She hasn't danced yet.
Hindi pa niya kinukuha yung pera
After
na...
Christmas, may budget na yan.
Actually, it isn't my daughter performing, it's actually me.
Oh my God. Pero nagbo-volunteer ka.
money.
Feeling ko nagbo-volunteer ka
Nagbo-volunteer
eh.
ako.
Oo. Oh my gosh. Paano na yung mga foundation stick ng crew natin?
That's you.
Oo, diba? Para we all look good together. All right, so how long do we have? We have
Let's
around
check it out. Let's see.
14 days.
Exactly 2 weeks to go.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow. You see, look, our crew is literally excited for their foundation sticks. Hanap tayo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for us this Wednesday, December 11th. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Thank you very much for joining us.
And I am Anne Asis-Carilo. Naway maging makasaysayan ang inyong Lunes, Martes, Miyerkules, right? Miyerkules. May this day be an unforgettable one for you. And don't forget to spread joy and kindness wherever you go.
Try it, Mo.
Maligayang Pasko! I'm Monique Tuzon. Stay safe and have a great day ahead. Join us again bukas at 7 a.m.